It's Sarah with Grassroots Evolution, and I'm here to bring you a weekly message for anyone who is a Gemini, Libra, or an Aquarius, or if you've got air in your chart or you were just drawn to this message, it may be for you for the week of March 16th through to the 22nd. Keep in mind it is a general message, guys, so it may fit your situation, it may not. Just take what you feel is for you, what resonates on a soul level, disregard the rest, and know that no matter what messages come through the cards, no matter what messages Spirit has to offer, it's still up to you and your active free will, your grassroots evolution, and the choices that you make and the steps that you take to get whatever fulfillment it is in this world that you would like to see. And for me, that's personal power, my friends. So always using your empowered vulnerability. If I trigger you at some point throughout this, why did this come up for you? Why is it in your conscious awareness? And how can you help use this information to move forward with positive change going forward? So I'm going to take a moment just to ask Archangel Michael to jump in, to guide, guard, bless, and protect me, you, anyone who's watching this reading, as well as if you're asking your angels and guides into your life, I would suggest that you ask to be used as the clearest channel and that messages only come for your highest good. And I'll also ask the same of my team of light to jump in and join me, to use me for the most far-reaching messages only for your highest good and anyone who's watching, really. And again, the clearest channel. If you guys are new to my channel, welcome. Thank you for stopping by. It's awesome. I would love to grow this. So if you guys resonate at the end, please feel free and subscribe. Join the journey with me. And for all my subscribers, thank you guys from the bottom of my heart. You mean the world to me and very, very dear to my heart. So thank you. I'm going to take first off a message from, this is called the Native American Oracle, and this is what the picture looks like for anyone's interested. I'm going to take a message for an overarching energy to be aware of or that we could utilize throughout the week ahead. So this is for Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius, please. The signs of Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius are air. One message to take with us for the week ahead, please, Spirit. One message for the highest good of anybody watching. So there could be something that you're deliberating on. There could be something that you feel that you need to take your time with. Let me see. Ooh. And this is number 14, which is the fiddler, but he is, I believe, and I will look into him, but also discussing risk and risk assessment, which may be why it was so long to get a card out, is that as we move through our life and we're assessing our risks involved in taking actions, this is something that we're going to have to take some time and some contemplation. They also want me to show you the bottom of the deck, which is the tomahawk, and often about separation. One more message, please, Spirit, from this oracle. Tell me about the tomahawk, please, and the risk involved with this. Some of you as well, there could be like discerning risks on, should I stay, should I go, should I sever old ways of being and old ways of thinking, because that's also with the tomahawk. Thank you. And we get wisdom. So number 9, the sturgeon, and this is about wisdom at the bottom of the lake, at the bottom of the water, that whatever we go through in our worlds, it teaches us something. So this could even be if we're deciding, thinking about making a new start for ourselves, severing ties with the old ways of thinking, severing ties with old ways, our old social groups, people. But this could also be, you know, learning with wisdom what we've learned in the past, all the experiences that we've had, and, you know, kind of using this risk management strategies on how do I go forward using what I've learned, and not losing any of my self-confidence as well is one of the things that I heard. So I'm going to move to number 14 and give you what the book says about this one. So this is Kokopelli, and I apologize if I butcher the name, but this is the Demirage, risk. Kokopelli is the young god of music and fertility. His flute, a phallic symbol, evokes and promotes fertility in both the field and in the animal kingdom. As he plays his flute, snake or sexual energy wakens and the natural forces of the world stir to life. Kokopelli's consort was also honored as the mother of the divine race. All children born with special talents are descended from her. We are reminded that whenever we step into our personal power or gifts, we are tapping into the spiritual energy of Kokopelli. We can never be quite sure what the results will be or what energies we will awaken, just that those results will unfold quickly. So the message here says, be courageous and use your gifts. Do not shy away from risks, but engage life with your whole body, mind, heart, and spirit. The key words with this is risk, initiating action, creation, ability, gifts, tapping into elemental power, and immediate responses. I also want to check out the tomahawk, number 29. And this is separation. The tomahawk is a tool used to useful tool employed for a number of different purposes. Simply, it is a common everyday tool used for chopping or cutting. It has also been used for hunting and in warfare. Further, it is used in competitions, hence it is associated with strength, war, competition, and aggressiveness. It is also connected to the instantaneous and definite power of lightning. So there could be something happening this week quickly, and it could be something I feel like you're picking up through the airwaves with this. Also, there could be some sexual energy because of Kokopelli and this being a phallic symbol and fertility. There could be quick insight as well and quick power. Because it is an intellectually designed tool that can be used for various purposes, there is also a connection with ingenuity and choice. Just a minute, guys. Okay, I'm back, guys. My kids are home for March break, so there may be a few interruptions over the next couple videos. So where we're going with this tomahawk, because it is an intelligently designed tool that can be used for various purposes, there is also a connection with ingenuity and choice. And this, I feel like, not so much a separation, but making a choice. And it could be making a choice to separate yourself from old ways of thinking, separating yourself from old ways of thinking and viewing power as well as any power indifferences, and then using this wisdom that you've gained along the way to make the choices that are best for you. So it says, sometimes the best course of action is swiftly and cleanly separate, from a situation. Choose carefully and don't destroy something worth keeping. So this could be separation, argument, divorce, loss, discord, wounds, surgery, daily labor. And it says it has a time here that is within 1 to 6 months. So you could, there could be pregnancy as well with this, right? Because there's creation. There could be something you've been working on for the past 6 months that it's time to really make a clear, decisive choice, cut away from things that no longer serve you, no longer work, and move forward and decide whether or not whatever risk, whatever project you're working on, whatever music you're putting out into the world, as well as the vibration that you're sending out with this flute. If you are sending out vibrations that you feel are not worthy of you, are no longer for your highest good, and you can see this, then it's time really to say, you know what, I'm going to use this knowledge, I'm going to use this power, I'm going to make this decisive and quick. And both of these do discuss power as well, and something that is fast action. So there could be something rapid, over the next week that occurs. So I am going to grab an Earth Magic as well, Oracle, and ask, this is for Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, for the week ahead. So this is March 16th through the 22nd. What is some advice that we have? And we get perspective, changing the ways we see things, changing our perspective as well. And this could definitely come in with the tomahawk, right? Needing to cut ties from things that are no longer serving us and see things very clearly. And if sometimes the biggest thing that changes or alters our course is we see things, we come from a different perspective. We may have an experience in our life that stops us dead in our tracks and say, you know, I never really contemplated that before, but I think this is something to look into. When we change our perspective, we can change our life, as well as this to me is saying, pay attention to the night sky. Get out there and look at the Milky Way. Look at the stars. Look at the portals that you see, as well as paying special attention to universal energy. But I feel like there could be, over this week, really needing to come to some sort of clarity on how to move forward, as well as know that there could be some really rapid changes, something quick. And with this flute again, there could be creation, something that we're creating and wanting to ensure that it's done in a loving way is what I'm hearing. So one more message, please, for perspective that could help over the week ahead for air signs. And you get the fog, which is veiled. So you may not be seeing everything clearly. Same with needing to change our perspectives. There may be a fog sort of over when you're trying to think. And oftentimes as well, if we focus on all the negative sides or the negativity and what the illusions are, we're not going to see, because this fog is pretty dense. So it's going to take a perspective change to be able to make whatever decision is right for you and to move through whatever risks you also feel are involved here. But I definitely feel like knowing that you might not see everything right now, but that eventually this fog will lift. It's outside of your control as well. So taking a look at, what can I control? What are the actions that I can take? What risks am I worth? What risks are worth me taking to get my fulfillment? How can I use my past experiences and the wisdom I've gained in this choice? And how has potentially this veil of illusion, how has this energy as well served in the past to keep me from my enlightenment, to keep me from my truth, and to really use all of this and all of the times where, we can't know everything. So if we can't know everything, or if we're not seeing the bigger picture, it's really hard to make a choice. And I feel like with this tomahawk, it is definitely time to say, you know what, I'm going to cut away the stuff that is from an old paradigm of thinking, use the wisdom I've gained, and then act accordingly. So I am also now going to bring a message from the Guardian Tarot as some tarot wisdom for this message. So Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, let's see, can you tell me about Kokopelli? And Kokopelli, you get the Nine of Pentacles. And he's about creation, right? And this is finally gestation. This is finally being able to smell, to touch what you've been working on so long. As well as I feel like this is a little bit of the law of attraction with this card. They are bringing the tree branch to them to see the bird that's come to sit in their tree, to look at their flowers. And this particular tree has done a lot of work on themselves in order to flourish like this, in order to know that I bring happiness to me. The more I emanate peace and love and happiness out into the world, the more this comes to me. And I feel like if there's a risk you've been considering, it might be worth taking, because it brings you to this point of being self-made. There could also be a time where you didn't see yourself as being successful or self-made or having the resources at hand to succeed in what you'd like to, because of this veil, because of this fog, because of this stuff that has kept you from your wisdom, that has served as an illusion rather than reality, and as well as any risk that might have said, it's too risky to move on. Because we all get to this point where we see the risk involved, but is the risk involved worth charging forward rather than staying stagnant? That's also a question that we need to ask ourselves. Can you tell me about the tomahawk, please? Thank you. And you get the Seven of Wands. And this is also, to me, very, very indicative of making a separation and moving forward. The Seven of Wands is about finally following your own path, knowing that you've built up your backbone and you're movable. You're able to move We're no longer stuck in the same spot. We're charging forward, moving forward. And if you can see, this bird is almost acting as like blood through the veins of this tree, and that he is also following other people. So this is moving on, walking your own path with your truth and your integrity, as well as knowing that as you do this, you're attracting transformation. You're allowing the energy that you have, and you're really working with it. You're allowing it to flourish as well. I feel like with this Nine of Pentacles as well, she's standing here in front of a stream, because knowing that it takes a lot of hard work, dedication, emotion, and movement to be able to really be happy with everything that you currently have in this world. And there is also the Aurora Borealis behind her. That the magnetism and the magnificence in this world, it can't be seen when we're not allowing ourselves to. If we don't allow ourselves to look for the sun and look for the clarity, we're not going to see it. Removing ourselves from being afraid, removing ourselves from fear-based thinking as well, I feel like, and gaining a different perspective. Say, I've had it all along. This is like Dorothy in The Wizard of Oz, clicking her feet together and saying there's no place like home. And in this case, home is a feeling and a state of mind. Home is an understanding that we carry everything we need within us, and our strength is unimaginable. And that the magnetics of this earth, right, the way that things work, there's messages in the sky. If you get a chance ever to see the Northern Lights or the Aurora Borealis, I have trouble saying that, you know, do it. I know Finland as well. I would love to go there just because of the pictures you get from the night sky. But this is a lot of green, a lot of heart emanating here as well, with some red in here, knowing that we can root our heart space